We talking about whatever that's on your mind. Speak your mind, don't be shy. This is your time to shine.
What up, dope people? Donnie from Whatever Talk. Check it out. I'm here doing another talking to myself video, and this kind of videos has kind of turned into a me commenting to somebody else's show or something like that. It's kind of like, I didn't intend for it to be like that, but hey, I can work with it. Give me some time to get around, get all my stuff together, you know, with whatever talk gaming, whatever talk anime. You know, it's another one coming up, whatever talk top 5. So I got some things put together. And I know you like, man, why he got on this button-up shirt today looking all Jebediah? Well, I'm going to a funeral after this. And speaking of funerals, let's talk about somebody who can't die. Deadpool. But not yet. This is a comment to Remember the Loot. You guys go check them out. There's some great bunch of guys. I did a few shows with all the crew in separate shows. Just haven't done one with all the crew. But this goes out to their latest episode called BYOB. I would assume that stands for Bring Your Own Batman, because the show is like mostly about Batman, or probably entirely about Batman. I think it was recorded for Batman Day, whatever. Anywho, you guys had some comments at the end of the show where it was about who Batman can take on. You know, Batman against Superman, of course. Batman against Spider-Man. Batman against... I forget who are the various people you name. And, you know, some of them did seem interesting, but here go a little damper for all you Batman fans. And Batman fans really know this, but just don't want to admit it. Batman is, not only is he one of the most overrated heroes of all times, he's a runner. And what I mean by runner, the guy runs from his fights. Hear me out, is that when Batman first come in contact with an enemy that's not like you or me, basically just average old thugs, he's running to go do research because he just got his butt beat. And then he comes back later with all types of gadgets on the suspected gadget back belt. You Batman fans is like, wow, probably the most diehard of anybody who's a fan of their most favorite thing. And one last thing about Batman is like, he's a human being with the strength that can match some of the superpower heroes. That's like real sucky. That's one of the main things I don't like about Batman is that, okay, and I'm not talking about Luke Cage, I'm not talking about Spider-Man, superheroes with superpowers that are actually human. They're mortal, they can die, you know, which everybody can die. All things can die, all living things can die. Even immortal things can die. That's how it works in the comic book world. But what I mean is that Batman can bench press over a ton. Bench press over a ton. A human being bench pressing over a ton. Get the heck out of here. And I will agree, there are a lot of people I believe Batman can possibly beat. But at the same time, most of these people that I say he can possibly beat, he cannot beat on first encounter. He would get beat down nearly every single time on first encounter. Then retreat to that Batcave of his. But also, moving on to Deadpool. You guys mentioned that Batman did beat Deadpool in a superpower beatdown thing, which that was some BS. I don't like superpower beatdown. I do watch superpower beatdown, but I don't like it because it's all popularity when it comes to the battle. The place to go is go to Death Battle by Screw Attack. They do all kinds of research and bring out things that I be talking about, but people be back, you know, combat me on it. But whatever. Something that a lot of fans of Deadpool, or a lot of people don't know who are fans of the Marvel, DC superhero world. Yes, they say Deadpool and Wolverine are nearly immortal, which they both are. You know, it's hard to kill both of them, like extremely hard to kill both of them. But if you want to go with Deadpool versus Wolverine, Deadpool would outlast Wolverine because Deadpool is immortal. He can't never die. He's been cursed to forever live. And I know you like, that's not canon for the ones that may know about this, but I don't really care about canon because canon is not really canon. Like, what the heck is canon? Like, we do know canon means, you know, the main storyline, but again, it's been revamped so many freaking times for everything animated or non-animated. Freaking Batman been revamped 20 times since my lifetime of living. Canon. If you don't believe me, I challenge all of you guys to combat me on this. You know, I do like, you know, when people come at me with especially superhero stuff and especially Dragon Ball stuff. Bring it on. I got my knowledge down pat when it comes to Dragon Ball. And I got my knowledge pretty much down pat when it comes to Marvel. Or DC. I don't like DC, but DC also. Pretty much down pat. For the most part. So again, go do your research. I bet you a lot of you don't believe me. But also, that could just be me talking to myself out loud.